In the earlier video, we learned on the distinction between what is cash and accrual basis of accounting. But when it comes to looking at the profit and loss and the balance sheet, how does this look for each of the items in the profit and loss and account and balance sheet is what we are going to learn today. So in profit and loss, income. So what gets captured in cash basis of accounting? Only those revenue received will be recorded as income. Whereas in case of accrual basis, we include both revenue receivable and the revenue which we received by cash. How about in case of expenses? Only expenses which were paid are accounted in cash basis of accounting, whereas expenses payable and expense paid are accounted in accrual basis. Third comes the profit. What is the profit? It is nothing but the income less expense. So when it comes to cash basis, it is revenue received minus expense paid gives the profit. Whereas in accrual basis, it is the total revenue minus total expense. What I mean by total revenue is accrued revenue and total expense means incurred expense. So what this actually means is whether it is receivable or received payable or paid, both are considered in accrual basis of accounting. Next, let's see the view in case of a balance sheet. We have fixed assets. In case of a cash basis of accounting, only those assets which are purchased by cash, for which cash is being paid, are being accounted in the cash basis. Whereas in accrual basis, both cash and credit purchases are being accounted. How about cash and bank balance? There is no distinction. Both cash basis and accrual basis have the same balances. How about debtors, creditors, prepaid expense, expense payable? So these are the accounts which are not relevant when it comes to cash basis because these accounts arise only because of accrual basis of accounting. So whatever is the closing balance is shown in the accrual basis of accounting. Next is capital. So whatever the capital which is contributed by cash alone is captured in cash basis of accounting as capital, whereas in accrual basis, capital which is contributed by cash or by assets is accounted as capital in accrual basis of accounting. So in summary, what we have learned so far is capital introduced by cash. Yes, it gets covered in both cash basis and accrual basis, it is being accounted. Capital introduced by asset, it is not accounted in cash basis of accounting because there is no cash flow or outflow. Whereas in accrual basis, it is being accounted. Next, asset sold later but cash is received now. The total amount which is being whatever is the inflow is accounted in the cash basis, whereas in accrual basis the gain or loss is being recorded after considering the cost. When it comes to credit sale, how about in cash basis? Yes, it is not covered in the cash basis of accounting, whereas credit sales are accounted in the accrual basis of accounting. How about cash purchase? Yes, it is accounted in cash basis and of course in the accrual basis of accounting. So what do we conclude? In cash basis always gives a distorted view of the business performance. However, in case of accrual basis, it gives a complete view of the business performance. I think you saw it in the summary itself, where you could see that cash introduced by asset or a credit sale or an asset which is being sold are being how beautifully accounted in a complete format in case of an accrual basis, whereas in case of a cash basis, the assets which were contributed by way of capital that was contributed by way of assets or any asset which was sold, right, was accounted in a very distorted way in case of cash basis of accounting. That's why it is always accrual basis of accounting which is being adopted by the entities far and wide in all over the world. So in this video, I hope you would have been able to visually understand on how cash basis and accrual basis of accounting differ and how it is being treated in the books of accounts. In the next video, we'll learn more on double entry system of bookkeeping. If this was a value add for you, then I would consider to subscribe for this channel. Thank you.